Hello, welcome to BackToCoding. For a better understanding of this video, I highly recommend you to check out the previous video or the complete playlist in the description below. Today we'll be talking about Android Gravity as well as Android Layout Gravity in Android. Now what we need to do is move the hint text inside the message text field. At the moment it's centered vertically inside the view. We need to change it so that the text appears at the top of the text field. We can achieve this using the Android Gravity attribute. The Android Gravity attribute lets you specify how you want to position the contents of a view inside the view. For example, how you want to position text inside the text field. If you want the text inside a view to appear at the top, you can use the code Android Gravity is equal to top. We will add an Android Gravity attribute to the message text field so that the hint text moves to the top of the view. Here are some more of the values you can use with the Android Gravity attribute and the attribute to your view and set its value to one of the values below. Android Gravity is equal to value. Top puts the view's contents at the top of the view. Bottom puts the view's contents at the bottom of the view. Left puts the view's contents at the left of the view. Right puts the view's contents at the right of the view. Center vertical centers the view's contents vertically. Center horizontal centers the view's contents horizontally. Center centers the view's contents vertically and horizontally. Fill vertical make the view's contents fill the view vertically. Fill horizontal make the view's contents fill the view horizontally. Fill make the view's contents fill the view. Android Gravity lets you say where you want the view's contents to appear inside the view. Now let's make a final change to our layout. The send button currently appears in the bottom left corner. We need to move it over to the right so that it's in the bottom right corner instead. To do this, we'll use the Android Layout Gravity attribute. The Android Layout Gravity attributes lets you specify where you want a view in a linear layout to appear in its enclosing space. You can use it to push a view to the right, for instance, or center the view horizontally. To move our button to the right, we would need to add the following to the button. Android Layout Gravity is equal to right. Now you might be asking, why do we need to use Layout Gravity to move the button? Earlier on, we saw the Layout Align Right attribute. Surely that would do it. The answer is, the Android Layout Align Right attribute only applies to relative layouts. Layouts have some attributes in common, such as Android Layout Width and Android Layout Height. Many attributes, however, are specific to one particular type of attribute. Most of the attributes we saw for the relative layout don't apply to linear layouts. Linear layouts use the concept of gravity instead, so we have to use Android Layout Gravity is equal to right if we want to move a view to the right. Here are some of the values you can use with the Android Layout Gravity attribute. Add the attribute to your view and set its value to one of the values below. Android Layout Gravity is equal to value. Top, bottom, left, right puts the view at the top, bottom, left or right of its container. Start, end puts the view at the start or end of its container. Center vertical, center horizontal centers the view vertically or horizontally in its container. Center centers the view vertically and horizontally in its container. Fill vertical, fill horizontal grow the view so that it fills its container in a vertical or horizontal direction. Fill grow the view so that it fills its container in a vertical and horizontal direction. Android Layout Gravity lets you say where you want views to appear in their available space. Android Layout Gravity deals with the placement of view itself, whereas Android Gravity deals with how to display the view contents. Here's a summary of how you create linear layouts. How you specify a linear layout. You specify a linear layout using linear layout tag. You must specify the layout width, height and orientation, but padding is optional. Views get displayed in the order they appear. When you define a linear layout, you add views to the layout in the order in which you want them to appear. Stretch views using weight. By default, all views take up just as much space as necessary for their content. If you want to make one or more of your views take up more space, you can use the weight attribute to make it stretch. Android layout weight is equal to 1. Use gravity to specify where a view's contents appear in a view. The Android gravity attribute lets you specify how you want to position the contents of a view inside the view. For example, how you want to position text inside the text field. Use layout gravity to specify where a view appears in its enclosing space. The Android layout gravity attribute lets you specify where you want a view in a linear layout to appear in its enclosing space. You can use it to push a view to the right, for instance, or center the view horizontally. That's everything we have covered on linear layouts. There's one more view group we are going to look at, the grid layout, in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and comment on this video, which really motivates me to make such useful content for you. Also, don't forget to check my other videos which can be helpful to you, and finally, subscribe to my channel.